Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. We go to New York City and we talk with another one of my favorite people. We had two on today. Marianne, who let me pal around with her when I was in New York earlier this year. Marianne is a physical therapist, and you're a spokesperson for the Physical Therapy Association, I believe.
Correct.
And she is the author of Baby Bod. And if you buy the book, there's an introduction in the front from me, and it's a great book that shows women how to prepare for pregnancy, how to be pregnant, and then postpartum as well. Marianne, there's a new study out, relatively new study, that shows that physical therapy can help get you pregnant?
Yes. There are people who have what we consider mechanical restrictions in the viscera. So those are all big words. And what it is just that your organs aren't moving as well as they should. And there can be different reasons why that happens. But there's a treatment for it, and it's called visceral mobilization. And it takes special training to learn how to do it. And physical therapists have been, manual physical therapists have been using it for years. But there hasn't been enough studies to prove that it works to help women get pregnant. So there's a recent study that was released. It was a 10-year study, and it showed that there was an increase in pregnancy rates by sometimes 50 and even 60% with people who have problems such as endometriosis, which is a very painful condition that women can have, and PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome. Mm-hmm. And both of those types of women quite often have problems getting pregnant, but visceral mobilization helps move things along so that they can get pregnant.
Getting pregnant is getting harder and harder, it seems, in our society. There are fertility clinics, on almost every corner. We hear about fertility drugs. It's painful to go through a fertility clinic. It's embarrassing to many people, especially men, when it's time to donate. Sitcoms and TV shows make fun of that all the time. Why is it, in your opinion, harder for people to get pregnant?
I don't know what the exact stats are, but the fact that many women are deciding to get pregnant much later than our parents did, because they choose the career, to have a career. And these days, most families need to have two incomes and, build up some type of, cachet of cash before having a baby, because it's expensive. And so because women are delaying the date that they get pregnant, there's more and more need for help, and there's more promise. During my mom's day, women who were like 30, 32, they thought they'd be too old to have a baby.
Their time clocks were done.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the biological clock, does stop ticking, but there's quite often some help for them.
And as I said, I think the from what I've been told from a couple of friends who have gone through it, it's expensive. It's not guaranteed. I know somebody who went through it 3 times. Mm-hmm. And the third time, the first 2 times, it took a couple of shots, if you will. And then finally, she was pregnant and did it again. The third time, she could not do it. Mm-hmm. It did not take. And I think that's fairly common. Can physical therapy work with potential moms and dads as they're older or even younger and they're having trouble, having a child, conceiving a child?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in certain cases, yes. I don't know if it's an age thing, but if there's what's called mechanical restrictions where things aren't moving as well as they should, physical therapy quite often can help. And it's also much less invasive and much less expensive than getting fertility treatment. Fertility treatment's very involved, and there's many different types. And it's not just one shot, Mark. It's several, it's daily shots where it's actually very painful to get the shot. It's also playing around with nature and adjusting women's hormones, and who knows what that might cause later on, in the future. I haven't seen enough conclusive studies, but I wonder if that would lead to women developing certain types of cancer later on because they've had, so many
I've thought of that. I have thought of that too. The other thing is that survival of the fittest. If you can't have children, are you passing on those genes to other children, to your children, who also can't have children?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that genetically that the people who are getting these treatments can't have, can't if they had tried to get pregnant earlier, I don't know if, they would be in a classification as genetically inferior, and they can't have kids. It just is a timing issue. Women are more fertile when they're younger.
Right, and men can have babies, not that you want to, up until 100. I think I told you about a friend of mine who has a Lloyd's of London insurance policy, and he says when he's 100 years old, he will father a child naturally, and if he does, which means having relations, he will get $1 million.
Oh, this guy sounds like a panic.
Yeah, he is. He is a panic. There's no question about it. Marianne Ryan, author of Baby Bod. She's a physical therapist and board-certified orthopedic clinical specialist. She works primarily with women, and we're talking about how physical therapy can actually help you get pregnant, which I find absolutely amazing. Now, you said something to me. You said moving of the organs. Do I want my liver to be moving around down there?
Well, I don't know about your liver, but the liver it doesn't move. There's a natural ability for your organs to kind of move around within your in your belly. Mm-hmm. And if it can move a little to the right, a little to the left, if it's normal, up and down a little bit. And if there's a restriction, saying soft tissue that's preventing it from moving, that kind of throws things off. That's why we have a soft area that's supposed to be mobile. And
so, I'm trying to visualize the technique. Mm-hmm. I've had massage therapists when I'm on a table, they will almost reach in through my stomach wall, my abdomen, and grab whatever's there and kind of move it around. Is that kind of what you're doing?
That's kind of what we're doing. We don't grab things. It's just encouraging movement. By using gentle pressure. It shouldn't hurt. And
it didn't hurt. It was ticklish.
It was ticklish. Well, it sounds like it was okay then.
Yeah, it was. It was a little bit different. So there should be movement within the body like that.
Your entire system should have movement. Nothing should be stiff. And if people didn't have stiffness, 3/4 of my business would be gone.
Absolutely. But again, if there isn't any stiffness, you can't have a baby.
Okay. Next.
This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. We are talking with our friend Marianne Ryan, who herself is a hoot. We're talking about how physical therapy can actually help some women get pregnant. 10-year study that shows that 40 to 60% of the people who are in the study experience success after the treatment. I'm assuming, Marianne, and you may or may not know this, that they didn't have any infertility drugs or assistance during the study.
No, this was done on people who were not taking medications yet or anything like that. They used it in lieu of going through traditional infertility treatment.
And my understanding, infertility treatments can be costly. We mentioned that, but 10-15 grand for the round, maybe even more. Sometimes it's covered by insurance, sometimes it's not, depending on the policy. Very expensive procedure. What would this cost on average?
On average, say if a woman came in for, say, 15 treatments, multiply that by, it depends on where, New York is more, they're more expensive. So, maybe $3,000.
Well, it's a lot better than $15,000 or $20,000, isn't it?
Well, 15, that's for one cycle, a
right.
1-month cycle, and sometimes it takes many, many cycles to successfully get pregnant.
I was talking to my wife. I was telling her you're going to be on the show, and she said to me, that never happened to us. All I had to do is look at my wife. It was an amazing way of getting pregnant.
You missed out.
I did. And our kids, who are older now, believe that because they don't want to think about mom and dad. Most people don't. Ooh. Okay. Marianne Ryan, the author of Baby Bod, our guest. We're talking about physical therapy. I'm Mark Alyn. Don't go away. More coming up. Like us on Facebook.com/Late Night Health. Please. Marianne has done that. And, of course, we've liked Marianne as well on her website, which we'll give to you in just a couple of moments. Don't go away. More coming up as Late Night Health moves forward.
If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308. Hybrid light.
It's really bright. 160 lumens.
Hybrid light.
Never needs batteries.
Hybrid light.
It's a charging station that will power your cell phone.
Hybrid light.
It's ruggedized, waterproof, and it floats.
Hybrid light.
And here's a special deal just for our listeners.
Hybrid light is a solar-powered flashlight that also has a USB port on the back for that quick charge needed when AC power is just not available. Order yours today for only $39.95 at 1-800-297-8109. Mention promo code HEALTH for a free headlamp when ordering. That's 800-297-8109, promo code HEALTH. And one low price of $39.95 will get you both the Hybrid Light flashlight with its built-in charging station and a free headlamp, just for entering HEALTH in the promo code box. Call 1-800-297-8109. Again, 1-800-297-8109. And don't forget the promo code HEALTH.